Sandra from quirkybooks.wordpress.com in association with World of Quirky and Quirky Academy. Have you ever come across a person that just can't say sorry? Doesn't matter what they do, how much they hurt people, they just can't bring themselves to say they're sorry. They don't think they need to say they're sorry. They don't think they've got anything to be sorry for or about. They don't even consider that they may be in the wrong, they may be hurting people, and they don't even wake up to this reality about themselves. Well, if you think that way, you're not alone. I have experienced those type of people over and over again throughout my life. I've also experienced some amazing people who apologise, not necessarily because it is their fault, but because they want to have good relations. And that is my point. In order to have good relations with people, you have to let go of your ego. It's your ego talking. If you think that you are always right and that you can't apologise, you're wrong. If you're not apologising in your life ever, you are wrong. You don't have to necessarily be in the wrong to apologise, but you have to at least recognise that you could be wrong, or that people view things in different ways to you. So when you say something to someone, how they view it might be in a more negative way, or they might take it in a more negative way due to their personal circumstances. So, for example, yesterday in work, I peed a work colleague off in my day job, right? It wasn't intentional. A customer had been waiting a long time. I asked them to help the customer. They'd previously seen another member of staff. That member of staff I asked to help, then got the other member of staff, but the other member of staff was busy with customers. And I didn't want the customer to keep waiting. So I made a comment about, so long as the customer isn't kept waiting. And then she took offence to that. Like, well, that person is, wants to see their customer again. They spent ages with them, which we're not on commission at my job. So, I didn't think that was that relevant, but I took her point. Anyway, I peed her off. She went off. She wasn't very happy with me. Now, this particular member of staff I didn't used to get on well with. Me and her sometimes didn't used to see eye to eye. It used to cause a lot of problems in my day job. And that's not what I want. So this time I decided to do something different, because we've been getting on so much better over the last months, a long time now, and I don't want there to be bad relations, So I went up to her in the staff canteen and I said, I'm really sorry if I peed you off, I didn't mean to. And I put my arms around her and gave her a hug and said, let's have a hug. And then we talked about it. She said, it's only right that that person puts the sale through because they spent a long time with them. She wasn't going to be very long. And I said, well, I didn't realise she wasn't going to be very long. The customer had already been waiting a while. And that was it. We hugged and it was brilliant. And then none of that rubbish that I had before with her was there. None of that awkwardness or, And that's a prime example of why you need to say sorry. There are people in my life, and I know if they'd have said sorry and meant it, you've got to mean it though. If they said sorry, life would be very different between me and them now. I would have perhaps kept some past relationships. But if they're not prepared to say sorry, then those are the type of people I don't want to have future relationships with anyhow. They're not good for me. So if you come across these type of people and they're not prepared to say sorry to you, and they think they're always right and never at fault, these are not good people to have in your life. But you also need to take a look at your own life and your own self to find out whether you are one of those people. Okay, that gives you something to think about. Until next time, embrace your quirky and each other's. Bye-bye.